Morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video titled Why Faith Without Works is Not Dead. First of all, I want to clarify what the title means. Okay, so a lot of people go to James 2 to say that your faith needs works to save you. Okay, and a lot of people say that your faith is not existent without your works. Okay, so first of all, I want to do the first one, which says the second one that says your faith without works is non-existent. Okay, so first of all, and they use this verse to say that, but it says, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. So the body without the spirit is non-existent, it's just dead. Okay, the body without the spirit is not non-existent, it is just dead. Okay, I want to make this clear for all those in the back. Faith without works, meaning the body without the spirit, like it's compared like the body without the spirit. The body without the spirit is just dead, not non-existent. Okay, and the other one that a lot of people like to say is that faith without works doesn't save you. And the reason they say that is because it says up here, what in verse 14, what doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works, can faith save him? It's a question, okay, not a statement. Okay, and first of all, they like to use this to say, yeah, James 2 is talking about being saved from hell. But that's not what this is saying. First of all, I want to, say that faith with works, in the term of salvation, faith with works does not save. Why? Because Paul makes it clear that if by grace, meaning if you're saved by grace, then it's no more of work. Why? Because if it's by work, then grace is no more of grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more of grace. Why? Because work is no more work. Okay, so Paul makes it clear that works and grace are not compatible. Okay, I like to see it like oil and water. Okay, so I made another video talking about this analogy. Oil and water, they do not mix. No matter how much you try to mix, you're always going to get one or the other. Okay, you're not going to get gray spots inside oil and water. And what I mean by that is, if you dyed oil gray and the water just white, like plain white, and you put it in there, they would not mix. Okay, there would be no gray spots. There would no be in between. There wouldn't be any in between. Why? Because they do not mix whatsoever. So that means you either have works, you either have oil, or you have faith. Grace. Or you have water. So the water is in the place of grace, and the oil is in the place of works. These two do not mix. So if you have oil, meaning if you have works in faith, and if you have works in grace, then it's no more of grace. Why? Because grace is not of works. So if you want to be saved by grace, you can't have works. Okay. So that's also that's how you disprove these people. So then you're like, well, what the heck does it mean? Because it obviously is talking about salvation, but people assume this. And if they just read verse 14 through 17, or 15 through 18, or 14 through 18, you would see what this means. Okay, so I'll read 14 through 18. And it said, what doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works, can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, so they're hungry, okay, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead being alone. Yea, a man say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Shew me thy faith without thy works, and I will shew thee my faith by my works. Okay? This makes it clear that the faith without works is talking about your faith being profitable unto men, unto your brother or sister being naked of destitute food. So this is talking about your faith being profitable. So when it says faith without works is dead, being alone, dead does not mean non-existent. It does not mean not saving. It just means useless, not profitable. For as the body without the spirit is useless, faith without works is useless also. This is talking, and you can clearly see in verse 18 that this is in the third person view. So if you guys look at me, you cannot see my heart. But if I go out and start preaching, you would probably know that I believe the gospel. If I go out and I heal people, and I'm sitting here healing these people, I'm probably a believer. But that doesn't mean that I am a believer. 100%. That does not mean that, because there are going to be people who cast out devils, who did all these wonderful works in Jesus' name, but Jesus will say, I never knew you, depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Okay? Matthew 7. He will say, depart from me. Why? Because they didn't do the will of the Father. So, you can see, how people's faith by their works, but that doesn't mean that they have faith. But the major thing that I want to get clear, faith without works is useless. It does not mean that faith without works doesn't save, because faith with works doesn't save, as we see in Romans 11. Because salvation is by grace alone through faith alone. So if it's by grace and works, then it's no more of grace, is what Paul is saying in Romans 11:6. So James 2 is talking about your faith being profitable unto men. And Titus 3:8, Paul affirms this. Okay, and it says, this is a faithful saying, and these things I will that thou affirm constantly, that they which have believed in God might be careful to maintain good works. Why? Because these are good and profitable unto men. Notice what he says here. What doth it profit? What doth it profit? This is obviously talking about your faith being profitable. So in context, James 2:26 is saying, for as the body without the spirit is useless, so faith without works is useless also. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe with post notifications on so you don't miss another video of me exposing these false doctrines. Okay? Exposing these false teachers that try to teach that James 2 is talking about your faith needing works. Okay? Love you guys, and I'm going to have a video on the top right over here, okay, where my mouse is, talking about the gospel, the true gospel of grace that saves. This is the only gospel, the true and one and only gospel that saves. Love you guys. Have a blessed one. See ya.